My name is Jenny Kessman and I am from Tarrytown, New York. My mom, Dore, had a pretty remarkable story. She was diagnosed at stage 1 and in 6 weeks she was stage 4. 2 golf ball sized tumors just ended up in her liver after they said that she was cancer free. And they did everything possible and she didn't let it change her life at all. She continued to work until about a month before she passed away, which is pretty remarkable. She was determined to have the best health care possible and the best health insurance because she worked at a hospital. So it's a pretty remarkable story and we got to do everything we wanted to do. She saw me graduate college. She saw my sister get married. We traveled a ton to Israel and Mexico, and we didn't let anything stop us. So we found out a few weeks before my mom passed that pancreatic cancer could be linked to some genetic disorders. So my mom did a whole genetic panel. Her oncologist, since her cancer was so rare, wanted any type of information that they could get since the patients that she's had, I think my mom was number 2 or 3 for acinar cell carcinoma. There was no studies on it. So whatever information that they could get from my mom, that could help someone else in the future. So they did a whole genetic panel and they found out that my mom was BRCA2 positive, which really connects a lot with like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, etc. So we found out she was positive and it didn't really give us a lot of answers, but I didn't realize until about a year ago the implications that it would have for me. My sister and her husband have been married for about 3 years and kids are in the future one day. So they ended up doing a whole genetic panel for my sister because it really plays a tone on what you want to do. Since my mom was BRCA2 positive, she has a 50% chance of passing it down to her children. So thank God my sister is negative. She does not have the gene. I have not been tested yet. I need to be emotionally ready to deal with the results, both if it's positive or negative. I feel like I'm really fighting for myself at this point. At first, when I started my advocacy and volunteering, I was doing it in my mom's memory, but as soon as this genetic conversation really put into scale, I was like, I'm doing this for my future now. I'm doing it so in 10 or 15 years, one less 23-year-old needs to say goodbye to her mom. When I hear that there hasn't been any improvement in terms of pancreatic cancer research, it's really aggravating because I know 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't really the technology, but there may have been some funding. But now there is so much technology going on. There are so many brilliant people out in the world and nothing has come of it. So sometimes there are just no words to describe. You think that it would be a lot simpler, but it's not.